Greetings and welcome back. Today we will be making this mixed vegetable and mushroom pasta using a mushroom that I got from our local Oriental market. After trying this mushroom for the first time at a local restaurant, I had to find it and bring it home. If you can get past the name, you can get to the flavor. Let's get to it. This mushroom goes by two names. Some call it WoodEar mushroom, while others know it as black fungus. You'll usually find it in Asian cuisine, especially in China, where it's been used for centuries in soups, stir-fries, and salads. Depending on where you shop, you might see it fresh at some local Asian markets, but more commonly, it's sold dried. To rehydrate them, I soak them in warm water anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple of hours. Once they've softened, I rinse them thoroughly and cut them up based on the recipe requirements. If I don't use them all right away, I'll store the rest in a glass container in the fridge, no more than 2 days. Here we have our pre-chopped jalapeno, leeks, and minced garlic mixture. Next, we have our sliced red and yellow bell peppers with our chopped scallions. Over here, we have some chopped cilantro and sliced purple onions. And here are our pre-soaked, rinsed, and drained mushrooms, fully hydrated and ready to cut into smaller pieces. The WoodEar mushrooms add that perfect crunch factor that ties all these bold, fresh flavors together. The pasta that we will be using today is the Jovial brand, which is gluten-free and contains 2 ingredients. If you flip the box to the ingredients tab, you will see organic brown rice flour and water, nothing else. Coconut Secret's original coconut aminos is a great alternative to soy sauce. You can simply use this in the exact same recipes as a replacement to traditional soy sauce. Now, what's special about this mushroom isn't just the flavor, it's also packed with health benefits. WoodEar mushrooms are rich in fiber, which is great for digestion, and they're known for supporting circulation and heart health. They're low in calories, but high in antioxidants and important minerals like iron, magnesium, and potassium. Some studies even suggest they may help reduce inflammation and support the immune system. When it comes to texture, this mushroom really stands out. It doesn't have a strong taste on its own, but it brings a satisfying, crunchy, slightly chewy bite that works beautifully in salads and stir-fried dishes. At the restaurant that I mentioned earlier, they let us choose our own ingredients and cook them at our table. I had a soup broth as a base, and out of the 4 mushrooms that I tried, this one was by far my favorite. The texture is difficult for me to describe, but it just works. I actually thought that it was a seaweed at first and not a mushroom. It took about 10 minutes for the workers at the Oriental market to help me find it. Embarrassing. Nonetheless, they were extremely helpful and got me on the right track. For this recipe, this is the size that I like to cut the mushrooms. It just mixes well with the pasta at the end when it's this size. Now that all of our ingredients are prepped and ready, we can move over to the stove and begin the cooking process. I begin with a little oil in the pot and the stove set to medium-high heat. Next, add your jalapeno, leeks, and garlic to the pot and begin mixing. Now, for our dry seasonings. Here we have some cumin seeds, followed by some coriander seeds, then some red chili pepper flakes. Give that a good mix, and in a few minutes, the kids' room doors will begin opening up to see what smells so good. After a few minutes, it's time to add your chopped mushrooms. Mix them in well for about 1 minute, and then add your coconut aminos. The coconut aminos has its own salt content, and I try not to add any dry salt to recipes when I can. For this reason, I add a generous amount of the coconut aminos to the mushrooms and the rest of our flavor base. Mix well and allow to cook for about 10 minutes. At this point, we reduce the heat to low and add in our remaining ingredients. I like for the low heat to lightly steam the vegetables without them becoming too soft and wilted. The low heat is just enough to keep them crisp while still absorbing the surrounding flavors as they add their own. Cover the pot and let cook on low for another 5 to 10 minutes. Here is our cooked gluten-free pasta from earlier. I assume that you all know how to cook pasta, so for the sake of time, I didn't bother to show the process. However, if you want to know how, just leave a comment below. I like to keep the pasta and the stir-fry in separate containers until ready to serve. I find that mixing them too early causes the pasta to still cook and become mushy, and we don't want that at all. The final result is a perfect blend of pasta and mushroom stir-fry that the whole family will love. If there is a mushroom that tastes similar to this one, please let us know in the comment section. I personally have found nothing like it. King, oyster, and trumpet are great varieties. However, I encourage you to visit your local Oriental market and inquire about the black fungus, aka WoodEar mushroom. I promise that you won't be disappointed. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you can be updated when we do other videos. Peace and love, and catch you next time.